Hey guys, today we're talking about the dramatic release of 2 hostages from Gaza and the scene that played out beforehand with $7 million Israel paid in ads at the Super Bowl, as well as Argentinian President and his prayer. Coming up right now, I'm Joshua, and this is the Israel Guys. Welcome back to the Israel Guys. We believe in a world of Jew hatred and anti-Israel propaganda. You should have a direct connection to the land and people of Israel. Guys, let's dig in right now. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. Follow us on social media. And don't forget, we got a big giveaway going on. Just enter your email address to join that right now. Do that. You'll find all that in the description below. Guys, let's dig right into it. You might be surprised. You've probably already heard about this. The Super Bowl played an ad that the Israeli government paid for, and tens and millions of people have now watched this, of course, in America. Super Bowl is an American thing. So tens of millions of Americans are becoming more aware of what is happening, specifically from Israel's point of view, which I'd say is actually important. We're talking about an American ally that's fighting a war on terror. The free world actually appreciates Israel. And we're going to talk about that today on maybe what's going on in the world. Why are people not appreciating Israel fighting this war on terror? America's been fighting terror for a long time. Israel's fighting it now. Check out this ad that played at the Super Bowl. An Israeli government paid for ad at the Super Bowl. We'll talk about it. What I love about this ad is that it's bringing awareness to the fact that there is still, over 3 months later, there are hostages sitting in a terror prison underground in Hamas-run Gaza. The IDF is going at that dramatically, but there's even voices in the world that are saying, how can this be? The Israeli government's trying to sway No, this is crazy. The Israeli government is reaching out to an insane world to bring a little bit of truth. Now, there's this Abed guy from the National Executive Director of the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee. And he says this undermines the integrity of broadcasting standards. And he continued on later, and misleads the public by not providing necessary context about the ad's origins. I find it baffling that someone like this on the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee could have actually openly say this. What are you trying to say? That Israel's misleading on the fact that there's Israeli civilians in prison? Like, you're trying to make that sound better? I don't get it. Well, according to, this was David Greenfield, CEO of the Met Council. He tweeted this, or X this. He said, so just to be clear, you filed a complaint because there was an ad that pointed out that innocent civilians, including Americans, are being held hostage in Gaza? Yeah. This pro-Arab narrative that somehow it's okay and it's validated that you should capture civilians and hold them in captivity. I don't get it. And I don't understand how this could even be a thing. But yes, there's many Americans. I just saw just now where thousands of pro-Palestinians were marching down the streets in New York City. Pretty insane situation. Hey guys, we'll be right back. But first, let's dive into the world of personalized and spiritually rich gifts with Hebrew name certificates, exclusively crafted by the Israel 365 store. These certificates offer a unique and heartfelt touch. Explore the profound meaning of your loved one's name in Hebrew and in English, accompanied by its pronunciation, biblical significance, and accompanying verses from the Bible. The elegance of our wooden frames adds an extra layer of sophistication, makes them a cherished addition to any space. You don't know their Hebrew name? No problem. Click the link in the description, type their English name in, and boom, you got it. Our user-friendly system will guide you on a journey to reveal the spiritual connection embedded in their Hebrew name. Discover your Hebrew name isn't just an exploration of personal identity, it's a powerful link to the land and Israel and its people, the Jews. By unraveling the unique significance behind your Hebrew name, you forge a spiritual bond with a rich history and culture. When you purchase a certificate, you're actively standing with solidarity with and supporting the people of Israel. That is more important now than ever before. All right, click the link in the description below to get your Hebrew name certificate now. So we have all of that. We have what's going on. We've got the play up with the $7 million of ads, people saying no to this. And then, of course, all of this leading towards the captives being released. So what I find fascinating is the world understands, they're aware of the situation, all eyes are on it. And then we have the Argentinian president come in, Javier, and he comes in and he has this incredible visit. Honestly, I've never seen such a thing in my life. A political individual coming in with the kind of, and he was just incredible, just so pro-Israel, I couldn't believe it. I guess he's probably the most pro-Israel person on the planet right now in the political sphere. He comes up and he goes to the Western Wall and he has this prayer. And how all this connects, we'll talk about. Let's watch this prayer real quick. Argentinian president at the Western Wall.
Así es, voy a hacer se pide, se agradece, se emociona, está llorando Javier Milei, abraza a su rabino, a su líder espiritual, con quien comenzó el camino de la Kabbalah, por el cual él informó que va a estar queriendo transportar.
All right, so major buildup. Big time ads, tens of millions of people watching it, Argentinian president making news like crazy, going to the Western Wall praying, which is really kind of wild because we have the American world being just a major wake up with the big time ads for the Super Bowl. And then we've got, so that's like it's kind of like a secular version of awareness. And then we've got this Argentinian president, Javier, who comes and he's like bringing a very spiritual dynamic. Like he's a very spiritual fellow. He's going and praying and like dramatic moment here at the wall. And then the very next moment, guys, it's been an intense week. The very next moment, we're seeing the IDF has had a successful run in Gaza and is pulling out 2 elderly men that have been held captive there for over 3 months. An insane story. Let's watch the video of them actually pulling them out of captivity, putting them on the helicopter and bringing them out.
This new Israeli drone footage shows the moment commandos stormed an apartment building in southern Gaza, exchanging fire with Hamas gunmen and emerging with Har and Marman. Do you want a blanket? An Israeli Navy SEAL asks. It's warm in our hearts, Har replies.
All right, that's an incredible sight to see the IDF in full force. Not one IDF soldier was lost in that operation. Thank God. What a success. They went in, they did it, they full success, bring the 2 guys out. And quickly here, let's take another video. The reunion with their families is stunning and incredible. Check it out.
Tonight, the emotional reunion the families of 2 Israeli hostages have been waiting for months. Luis Har and Fernando Marman back with their loved ones, freed from their Hamas captors by Israeli troops.
All right, all said and done, here's what we've got to do. We've got to continue to spread the truth. There's a major attack on truth in the world today. Israel's at a war against terrorism, and we must stand with Israel like we've never stood before. Even when the American politics are going crazy, we hear voices that we shouldn't be hearing. Across the Western world, we're hearing voices that are insane. We just don't understand. What is this going on? So we've got to continue to spread the truth. And most of all, as the Argentinian president led the way, guys, it's pretty obvious we've got to pray. My gracious. Do you see the results? This man comes and prays, and then 2 of his people are released right away. The president comes and like humbles himself and prays to God at the Western Wall, and just like that, his people come home. These guys, these I don't know if you know this, the 2 hostages that were released were dual citizen, Argentinian and Israeli. So, I mean, pretty incredible what's happening. So be sure, let's spread the truth, and let's be praying that the rest of these hostages get released right away and that the IDF would have extreme success. We know they're going in. for a major operation right now. They're pushing forces in. So let's pray for the success and that all these hostages would be released through the military, and their strength and God's help would come in and actually set all these guys free. Guys, in conclusion, do not forget to be spreading the truth and praying for the nation of Israel. And don't forget to subscribe, get the conversation going down below. And as always, tune out the fake news and tune into what is actually happening here in Israel's hard land. We'll be back every Monday through Friday with your direct connection to the heartland of Israel.